Very good morning. This is me, Abhilasha, your favorite VRC mentor, and I'm back again with one more episode of your favorite Hindu AEON reading comprehension. I hope I'm audible and visible to all my students and that this session is streaming properly. Let us just hope that it is. In the meantime, I will also start my announcements so that we can get things on track. Alright, so remember to hit like, share, subscribe and the bell icon, and also to use CAT Live when you're subscribing to Unacademy. Here are some new batches that we are starting on the 9th. The Vision batch for CAT 2022 March 9th को शुरू हो रहा है with my very dear friend Shabana ma'am. और हमारा भी एक batch start हो रहा है, the Road to Success for CAT 2022 batch, which is happening on the 9th of March again. मैं हूँ, रवि हांडा सर हैं, रवि प्रकाश सर हैं और प्रदीप्ता रे सर हैं. So all of us are going to be teaching you. My classes start at 8 p.m. on the 9th of March. That's tomorrow. So do make sure you're joining in, everybody. एक बढ़िया सा beginners batch होगा. All right. CAT and OMET's combat is on. The next combat will happen not on the 6th of March, guys. All right, Mahaset, the courses are still on. Please buy your subscription right away. Use CAT Live to subscribe. Plus subscription is available for MBA aspirants. You can take your subscriptions right away. Again, use CAT Live to subscribe and get a 10% off. Iconic batches are available, guys. Not only do you get all the benefits of Plus, but you also get one-to-one live doubts, you get one-to-one live concepts and one-to-one live mentorship by top D school graduates. And all of this in a language of your choice. You can book an audio call with your mentor, book it 7 days in advance, and then take your audio call in whichever language you wish to. So there's lots of good things happening for you guys. And then of course Ask a Doubt is available, guys. बहुत प्यारे प्यारे चीजें हो गए हैं Ask a Doubt में. तो upload your doubt. You can upload 3 doubts at a go. Okay, so that's a wonderful thing. Then you can get the solutions in a language of your choice. That's the next wonderful thing. And the third most wonderful thing is that you can also ask for a review. So ये सारी बहुत अच्छी अच्छी चीजें हैं जो तुम्हारे लिए हो रही हैं. पूरा advantage लो, guys. Okay. All right, let's get started with our article and the words for today. प्यारे प्यारे words हैं आज के, तो शुरू कर देते हैं. So veritable, being in fact the thing that it is and not false. So this is the veritable truth. That means it is the truth and it is verifiable. We have found out that it is true. So veritable, being in fact the thing that is named. So that's what we are saying. कर्मजन of course is a very grumpy person, जो बहुत ही खड़ूस टाइप का इंसान होता है, उसको ही कर्मजन कहते हैं. So you will find in every family there is one कर्मजन फूफा जी. Sorry to say that, yes, but he is the one who will spoil the fun for everybody. So that's what you call karmajan. Martyr, a person who is killed because of their religious or other beliefs. So a person who is killed for some belief or having some sort of a belief, that's called a martyr. Shahid Bhagat Singh, तो शहीद जो होते हैं वो martyrs होते हैं. Valiantly of course is bravely. Regressive is backward, someone who's very old fashioned. Incorporated, to be added, something is added. And historiography, I really like this very interesting word, historiography, the study of the methods of historians. So how historians are writing history or creating history or whatever they're doing to history, right? That study is called historiography. So graph means to write and history of course is history. So history ki graphy hai ye. So how you write history is historiography. Very interesting word, guys. I know I read it in one of the other AEON essays also. But बड़ा अच्छा word है, तो प्यारा लगा मुझे. All right, let's take a look at our article for the day. Views from everywhere. Very lovely article. Guys, I hope everybody has hit the like button. तो सब लोग please like कर दो. अभी तक सिर्फ 10 ही like आए हैं और 23 लोग देख रहे हैं. तो इतने लोग देख रहे हैं तो इतना फायदा तो दो ही मुझे, that you all hit the like button. All right, let's take a look at our article for the day. Philosophy undergraduates typically learn the history of their subjects through 2 core classes. So उनको history जो है of philosophy they learn through main classes, ancient philosophy and modern philosophy. The tale begins in the Athenian city-state with Socrates, born in 470 to 399 BC. Philosophy is veritable mascot. So he is the actual mascot and nothing false about it. An endearing curmudgeon, so very sweet, lovable but khadus person. A speaker of truth to power and a martyr executed by a jury of his peers only for loving wisdom. Oh, look at this philosophy. Phil is love and Sophia is wisdom. So philosophy, only for loving philosophy was he martyred. Despite the fact that Greek records from this time document the region's intellectual indebtedness to Egypt, that means the region was indebted, they have taken all their learning from Egypt, and the wider Mediterranean world, philosophers today conventionally consider Socrates the founder of their discipline. So they consider Socrates to be the father of philosophy. He is distinctive, so we say, because he valiantly promoted independent critical thinking. So say, hey, this is what critical thinking is all about, in the face of accepted norms and unexamined practices. So there were some practices, some premises that were unexamined, but he said, okay, let's study this. This is how philosophy should be. This is how critical thinking should be. We cherish his audacity and want to convey these philosophical values to our students. Accordingly, professors tend to build the ancient philosophy class around Socrates, his student Plato, and Plato's student Aristotle. So these are the three people that the ancient philosophy class is built around. So you have Socrates, then you have Plato, and then finally you have Aristotle. Three men from ancient philosophy. Medieval philosophy is usually skipped. Although the common portrayal, so why would it be skipped? Now pay attention to this. If it is there, if the passage is saying that students are taught ancient philosophy and modern philosophy, so why is medieval philosophy not studied? Now this of course can be a place where you will have questions, right? So this then becomes very important, that medieval philosophy is usually skipped. Why? Is it unimportant? Is it too complicated for a beginner student? So that's something that we need to know. Although the common portrayal of it as a regressive age in which independent thinking gives way to religious dogma is an oversimplification. So the medieval age was an age where independent thinking kind of bent down and reduced, and religious dogma, religious drama increased. Now, but that is an oversimplification. Medieval thought is still considered a topic for specialists. So it's the specialists who are doing it. So it is probably too complicated for the beginner students. The story of philosophy picks up again in the modern period with René Descartes, whose doubt over whether he can be certain of anything he had been taught to believe still resonates with students. So here it is, the modern philosophy starts with Descartes. Descartes says, can I really believe in anything that I have learnt? Following that, a typical course in modern thought concludes with Immanuel Kant and his self-described revolution that, as he saw it, set philosophy on a path friendly to empirical research. So Immanuel Kant actually was the person who started doing empirical research, actual research in philosophy, and resistant to far-fetched metaphysical speculation. So he is the one who said, oh, don't imagine anything, don't speculate, now come out with data. The following period, contemporary philosophy finds professionals split along the so-called analytic continental divide. So the next period is the contemporary philosophy, that is current philosophy, where you have this division. However, the narrative of progress from ancient to the modern periods is a story that every pupil can tell. So everybody knows this story. Regardless of their place of study, philosophy students all over the globe are made to share in the heritage of Socrates, Descartes and Kant. So all of the students, wherever they are coming from, whatever be their philosophy, they are taught the philosophy of Socrates, they are taught the philosophy of Descartes, they are taught the philosophy of Kant. But this story of philosophy's history itself has a history. Oh, so history ki bhi story ki history hai. Why have certain figures been canonized and not others? So why have you made some figures into god-like figures? Canonized means to be treated as a god, and not others. Is this the most accurate version of events? So is this the most accurate version? Or are there other factors explaining why this story from Socrates to Kant has become ubiquitous? So what is this story behind these people only becoming famous? The historiographical methodology that generates this narrative is a vestige of earlier times. Vestige means remnant. जो चीज बच गई, रेमनेंट या एक्सटेंट कहते हैं इसको हम, EXTANT, एक्सटेंट या रेमनेंट, जो बच गया है. सो दिस इज अ रेमनेंट ऑफ द previous time of earlier times. The claims regarding philosophy's unique Athenian origins have not stood up to scrutiny by present day historians. So when they said that Athens was the heart of philosophy or was the starting point, they've done, modern day historians have studied it and they find it to be incorrect. Peter K.J. Park's decisive research in Africa, Asia, and the history of philosophy, Racism in the Formation of the Philosophical Canon, 1780 to 1830, finds that assertions of Greek uniqueness surface in the late 1700s, around the same time that a newly minted pseudoscience of race in Europe first allows the Greeks to be called white. So the story of how the Greeks became number one philosophers begins in around 1700, when Greeks were included in the white people, and then their history became our history, or the Western world's history. Our history is still not considered important in Western philosophical thought. Nobody's studying Chanakya, by the way. Such race-based thinking was linked to evolutionary theories of world historical development promoted by a handful of scholars who, though few in number, included the enormously influential Kant and later G.W.F. Hegel, 1770 to 1831. So they connected this, that oh, white supremacy wali puri thought aa gayi. Both incorporated a race-based evolutionary model. So if you are from a certain race, you have evolved faster, better, smarter, and so on. So from day one, your evolution was better. So evolutionary model into their work on philosophical historiography, promoting the idea that philosophy is the special province of the white race. See, that's what. So philosophy is only done by the white. The others don't have philosophy, due to its supposedly inherent biological traits. So because they're inherently stronger, smarter, faster, better, so because of their evolutionary biology, they're also philosophy is also favorite students. Very interesting, huh? All right, so that was a very interesting article from AEON Essays. Here's your first question. What is the purpose of the passage? To define what is philosophy, to introduce the idea of philosophy being of a particular type, to compare Plato and Socrates, or to applaud teachers such as Plato. Come on, guys. Why are we talking about philosophy? Good morning, Madhumita, Gautam, Ashvi, Satun, Aman, Maestro, Krishna, Shruti, Ajay, Amrita, Shruti, Nick, Gautam, Blast, Anveshita. Where is Archit? Arya, Sharanya, good morning. All right, let's get your answers in. Very good. I think I've got my answer. The passage was not to applaud anyone, so let's eliminate it. Was it to compare these two people? Not really. Was it to define what is psychology? No, we did not define psychology. So was it to introduce the idea of philosophy being of a particular type? Yes, we said that philosophy was white philosophy, white supremacy philosophy, right? So yes, that is what the passage was talking about. So B is the correct answer. I do see a lot of B's. Good morning, Sinhaji. Wonderful, you guys. All right, let's go to the second question. Which of these is suggested in the passage? So tell me. Medieval philosophy is not considered relevant for undergrads. Modern philosophy is taught for undergrads. Socrates is the founder of philosophy. Socrates is distinctive and audacious. Come on, guys. Very quickly. Oh, good morning, Archit. I was just looking for you in the class. Priya, Dhruvi, good morning, you guys. All right. So which of these is suggested? Remember, suggested means it is not written, but you can understand. So it's something that you can infer from the passage. So Socrates is distinctive and audacious is mentioned in the passage. So it is a fact, so cannot be inferred. I will eliminate this. Okay. Then modern philosophy is taught for undergrads. Yes, is correct. So I will eliminate this also. It is mentioned. It's a fact. So therefore eliminate it. That Socrates is the founder of philosophy is also mentioned in the passage. So I will eliminate this also. Right? And therefore A, the one that I told you in the passage while we were reading, hey, pay attention. Why is medieval philosophy not taught to these students? Because it is a subject for the specialist. That means it is not considered relevant for undergrads. Correct? It may just be too complicated for them to understand, and that is why the undergrads are not taught this. And that's why this is your inference and the correct answer. I hope you had looked at the question carefully, because the question said which of these is suggested in the passage. It was not an except question, right? So except question, we had 3 answers, B, C and D, which was not the question at all. So I hope you got that. Remember, infer, imply, suggest, all of these are inferential questions. So when you are looking at an inferential question, pay attention, look for infer, imply, suggest, and then look for something that is understood but not written down. That's going to be your answer. All right, here's your next question. Which of the following can be the tone of the author? We cherish his audacity and want to convey these philosophical values to our students. Is it rhetorical? Is it skeptical? Is it opinionated? Is it ironic? Come on, guys. Waiting for your answers. Yes, all right. I think we'll take opinionated here, not rhetorical, which means very flowery, very fancy language. Not skeptical, because then you have to be doubting someone. So no, not irony. There is no irony here. The writer is not a certain type of philosopher and then professing another type of philosophy. That would have been irony, right? Somebody who did his, let's say, his dissertation on Socrates, and then praising Socrates in his dissertation, and then saying that Socrates is not really as important as we think, then that would be ironical. So there is no irony here. So of course C would be the correct answer. All right, guys. So what is the meaning of dogma? Is it a belief? Is it reveal? Is it addition? Or is it something banal? बताओ फटाफट क्या है dogma? Belief है, reveal है, addition है, banal है. Guys, today the CAT group will only have one batch, that is the perfection batch in the evening. So 5 to 6 you have perfection batch. The morning batches are now today are off today. The quiz is also off today. I need to go somewhere, so we are not doing that. Maybe I will post a session for the quiz in the evening. So if I do, I will let you know. All right, let's get, yes, dogma we know is a very strong belief. Okay, it is a very strong belief. Okay, so yes, so therefore A, belief, was the correct answer. Absolutely. Dogma is essentially a very orthodox kind of a belief, right? So when you say, hey, this is how things should be and can be no other way, that's called a dogma. Okay, all right, let's get your scores in quickly. So आज word power session नहीं है, ध्यान रहे, आज quiz नहीं है, quiz next session में होगी. All right, scores please everyone. Let's get your scores. Okay, Madhumita has got a 3. I'm waiting for your scores, everyone. Remember to hit like, share, subscribe also. Meanwhile, Ashvi has got a 3. Krishna has got Krishna, that's 3 out of 4, not 4 out of 3. All right. Anveshita's got 4. Good job, Anveshita. Shruti's got 3. Maestro's got 3. Priya, good job, Priya. 4 on 4. Sharanya, 3. Archit, 3. Swayashi, very good. 4 on 4. Very nice. Aman, 3 on 4. Nick, 3 on 4. Good job, you guys. बहुत बढ़िया. Very good. All right, guys. I'm getting your score. Sudha 3, Avinash 3, 4 on 4. Very good, Avinash. Very good, Ajay. 4 on 4. All those who've got 4 on 4, wonderful. Guys, I hope you have all hit the like button, share the session, subscribe to us so that we can stay connected. Also, guys, if you have not yet bought your subscription on Unacademy, remember to use AbhiCat Live to get your 10% off and to study with me. Remember, tomorrow is the Road to Success batch. I start my first class at 8 p.m. Do join in tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Adios, everybody. I will see you at 3:30 for the GDPI group and also 5 p.m. for my perfection batch. Do join in.